everybody, Charlie and 2 here, and welcome back to Disco Elysium. When we last left off, we were exploring this spooky room behind the bookstore, looking for a physical copy of a video game to bring to the programmer that's in the abandoned church. Let's continue. What's up here? Scribbled across a notebook, developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe. Well, looks like there's a radio computer here with something
inside. A dusty
inside.
radio computer sleeps on its wired frame, forgotten and unused. Its keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer.
Another radio computer. Just sitting here without anyone inside.
What he means is that these things cost money. Why would anyone just leave it behind? This is the Ream Civic radio computer, model RC5120, equipped with a Feld mainframe and a Ream-compatible printer.
Let's turn it on.
The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing fluorescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open.
Let's look inside a compartment.
It's empty, like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left dangling, disconnected. The filament you have would fit perfectly inside the compartment.
Let's put it in there. Production schedule.
Like a smooth draw, the filament slides into place. On the keyboard, the play key starts blinking.
Hit play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident en rue de Saint-Ghislaine. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule?
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good.
Yes.
Please repeat the password.
Let's try the afterlife death.
Good. I've
Okay.
unlocked the production schedule. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
Okay, so this confirms that, I forgot her name, the programmer in the church was working on this.
Really? She just used the same password? Maybe those radio computer guys aren't that paranoid after all.
Maybe not.
Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now, Yvonne. You have a great day.
Thank you, and goodbye.
I want to, make sure that she's loved.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard.
Press print?
With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface.
Let's read it.
It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident.
Continue.
The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule.
Let's read about the workforce. Perhaps we can find some information on our programmer friend.
Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts.
Okay, so when this place closed, they were left looking for work.
And a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping Pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations.
Not cool.
Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists?
Wait a minute. Why did a radio game need artists in the first place?
It didn't.
Yeah, because you can't see?
No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skip to work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules.
Continue.
One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good.
Read about capital. I want to know about the money.
In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, but then came the delays. Eventually, the damage reached 400,000 Riyal, with only half of the game finished.
Where did they get all this money? Crowdfunding.
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor.
Skim through the production schedule, whatever it is.
The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy.
Because the concept artists?
Not the concept artists. It wasn't even the writers, with their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches.
Okay.
It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team.
So feature creep.
They tried to make a 4 million Riyal game with 400,000 in their bank account.
All right, so scope was off.
They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't.
So they were done in by their own ambition.
No. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared.
Okay.
That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads.
The what?
At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Suliswaf Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map.
That sounds a lot like the secret mystical location at the extreme edge of this map.
This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
How many heads were there?
So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads for 10,000 headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined.
That's pretty bad. So that's what did them in?
Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
Which was the backup of the backup. Which is why she's there trying to find out why the data was lost. So this must be the anomaly Suna mentioned in the church log. Suna's her name.
On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness before the Igaunian investors pulled the plug. What is clear is that one day an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day.
And the anomaly caused all the data to get lost in the air.
When the project was returned, it was completely blank. The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss.
Wasn't there a copy of the game, a backup?
Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred.
Almost if it was done on purpose.
It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached.
What does it say?
S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch.
Crunch. It's always crunch that does end these games.
I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal.
Is there anything else from the lead programmer?
The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later.
Let's read those notes.
4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it.
Agreed.
Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye. Saint-Brun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said.
All right, tear off the printout and throw it away.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering.
Remove the production
Casting the
schedule.
framework, the filament slides out of its glowing nest.
Leave. All right, we've got some more intel on what happened. Let's click here.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
This is what remains of Suno's radio game studio Fortress Accident.
Yes, I got that. What I meant was, what were they trying to achieve with this damn game?
Unity.
What were their ambitions? Because this here looks rather advanced.
This is way above your tiny little policeman head.
Oh, I failed conceptualization. I don't know. I'm not an artist.
Okay, well, I think.
Lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands.
Like he's ready to lay out a fine theory, crafted together like a puzzle.
Let's hear it.
It looks like one of those popular pen and paper role-playing games. Only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers.
Has anyone ever done this before?
Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Königstein. You know, places with industry.
Not in Revachol West, among the ruins.
But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an interinsulary game before. We just don't have the technology.
I agree. This is a role-playing game?
Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the WeWorld board game, with hit death thrown in.
Super cool. Someone should give them millions of real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished.
Okay, this is hitting a little close to home. I feel like you guys are talking about Star Citizen a little bit, and yeah, could be true. I'm a backer. You can see it on my channel. How are they planning to do that?
Through call-in stations. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game, as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, functioning as a master of ceremonies of sorts.
Coordinating so many games would take a whole switchboard of people, possibly divided into sub-frequencies.
Exactly. Or an AI.
Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but
It wasn't a play to cheat money. I believe they actually wanted to do it. They're insane? Maybe. The world is cold and lonely. This would kept it company. Let's finish it. Do we have any money? Let's give them more money so they can finish it and make it even bigger. Can we finish it?
it's too late for that, I'm afraid.
Looks around the derelict room, the pipe towel, and a rat crosses the floor.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Cool. All right. Now we can finally go through this door. And I say finally because we've been here almost a full episode. Ooh, that's the bear chest. All right, tab. What is this? Oh, man, we got money and morale. Yes, please. All right. Bear chest. We can open with this thing.
You see a terrifying ice bear with a strange compartment in its belly. The door is covered in frost, and the bear's eyes are glowing red.
I gotta be honest, this seems a little out of place.
The bear looks oddly realistic. Is it taxidermy?
It's creepy if it is.
This must be the giant ice bear fridge that Suna mentioned. Look inside.
Crack open the door.
A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun.
Relax, Kim. It's a fridge.
Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge.
He relaxes his hand, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge door.
Let's take a look inside.
Of course.
The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers with the brand name, Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge.
All right.
But where's the filament memory? It's not here.
Take the note from the door.
You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets keeping it on the door.
Hey, I can't see the off-site copy anywhere.
Someone must have taken it. What does the note say?
We have to close. Go here, interact. Note. Handwritten note you found from the giant ice bear fridge. It still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it to the refrigerator door. Interact.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface.
Does it say anything interesting?
The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder.
This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active.
Read the note.
Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Okay, where?
You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care. Sully Swaff.
Frozen ice cream maker. Where is that at? Someone moved the filament, but who?
Sulislav. Wasn't he one of Miss Lukanen's co-workers? I remember coming across this name when we were reading her personal log.
Alright, do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be?
I don't know. I assume it's somewhere close to the ice bear fridge.
Well, I hope so. Leave here. Is this it? Ice cream maker defrosted and unplugged. That's not good. Flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. There's a crack here. What's this? Someone has stuck some busted guns beneath the ceiling.
A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in.
Look, there's a hole in the wall. Shine the light on the hidden compartment.
There is, yes. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Interesting. Do you want to take a look?
Yes.
Your hand reaches deep into darkness and spiderwebs. Rummaging around, you find rusty rifles hidden away.
Inspect the rifles.
Most of them are rusty and inoperable, like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others.
This one looks nice. Take it.
That's a rare sight. Seems to no longer be functional, but still a beautiful thing in its own way.
What does this mean? A rifle here?
It means there are firearms, albeit inoperable, still lying around in Martinez. It's an interesting coincidence, I would say. Might come in useful in the future.
Where are we?
Seems like an old bunker from the revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. Must be an old weapons cache.
Leave. Fair enough. Hopefully this one still works. I don't know why this is any more secure than the bear fridge is. Frozen ice cream maker that's still running.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
Alright, we need physical instrument. We have physical instrument things, I'm pretty sure. Alright, physical instrument shirt. Gloves help. I thought we had other things for physical instrument. Is it the boots? We don't have anything giving us negative physical instrument. All right, we got tools. Let's give it a shot.
This orange machine
8%?
is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer that appears to be frozen shut.
I'm afraid that if we turn the crank, we'll destroy what's in there. We can't break it open. Let's leave. We'll come back. See if we can find something else. Maybe we can defrost it?
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge, and the black one to the ice cream maker nearby.
Leave. What's this? Take all of that. I'm afraid if we churn it, we'll kill it. We'll destroy the item. Intercom wires running into the breaker box. What's in here? Drama shirt. Ooh, I like that. And then this goes out. All right, let's try unplugging the cables. Maybe that'll defrost the ice.
2 cables are plugged into the breaker box. Something close to you dies with a...
Very smart. Opening the lid should be much easier after the ice cream maker has defrosted.
All right, let's try that.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melted.
It's still only a 28%. Guess because I have 3. Let's do it. Come on, green.
Ice squeaks beneath your Kavalzun multi-tool, but your fingers slip away from the tool. The lid shutters tightly as before, and it's already unplugged. There's not much else to do other than wait for it to defrost or bulk up and get stronger.
Oh, we can wait for it. I don't want to turn the ice cream crank. We may just wait for it to defrost. There's stuff down here. Money. What's this? Cellar window. People's feet shuffling by on the street. Alright, let's try this door. Maybe this is a new entrance and exit for us. Okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, let's take these items out of our hand. Let's go talk to Kuno real quick, if he's still there. We need to figure out how to get up here.
Kuno's like Kuno's dad. Kuno doesn't give a fuck about anything.
Okay. Talk about your shack. Talk to Manana about your armor.
So?
He tells me you promised to sick the pigs on him. He said thank you, wasn't too keen on chasing down that armor anyway. He said you're now the king of entire Jamrock?
North Jamrock. Kuno meant everything north of 881. The rooster fucked Kuno's words up. Kuno doesn't do south. Doesn't fuck with the madre.
Kuno sent your fat ass running around like jello.
Look, pig. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on.
I will remember this, Kuno.
You got fucked. You got fucked, pig. Fucked bad. Of course you're gonna remember this. Now get the fuck out of here, Grief and the Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face.
Yeah, real interesting.
Let's talk about a shack.
The fuck do you want with it?
Heard enough.
Good call, Pigmeister.
I'm
Now,
off.
Kuno doesn't...
Okay, thought there would be more to it than that. We look silly. Let's go pay Gart. We can sing too. We have our tape. Let's talk to her too. We have her husband coming back.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Ran into your husband.
Goodness, how is he? Did he say why he hasn't returned yet?
The old woman clasped her hands together over a blanket.
He's fine, ma'am. As we had suspected, he couldn't get back earlier because the water lock on the canal was broken. Now he's just finishing up some work.
Oh, yes. That's my Morel. He's bound to catch a cold staying out there for so long. But I am so relieved to hear that he's okay. Thank you for putting an old woman's heart at ease, if even a little.
You never told me you seen the Phasmid.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
No, I want to know.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember.
Where was-
all of a sudden...
Where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5.5 in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
Betancourt got bombed in the war. It used to be quite near, circa 20 kilometers from here.
What happened?
The strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it.
I hate to tell you this, Lena, but plants are living things.
I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you follow it?
I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel. We were on our first date when I told him my story. You should have seen his face. He said my descriptions matched the Phasmid down to a T. Its white marble limbs, the way it moved.
His limbs are white?
Not all of them, as far as I remember. Some of them, on the inside, like stalks of marble, if that makes sense.
How big was it?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
What if it is the case?
You were on a date?
Our first, yes.
The sigh is tender. The sigh is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express.
Kim, what do you think?
Interesting.
I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am.
He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile. Thank you for sharing with us.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
That's it for now. Let's check our journal. We want to check on this Suna thing. Get the ice cream maker open, find the right tool, or ask Suna for help. Well, we have the right tool. He said to make it defrost. Whoa, what's all this? I haven't even checked all this. Superstar Cop 1, Sorry Cop 7, Born Cop 4, Communist 4, Fascist 7, Ultraliberal 6, Moralist 5, Good Cop, Bad Cop 9, 0 Honor, 3 people killed, Case is solved. 216. Years in service, 18. I don't know how long that was over there. Offer figurines. Help ravers. Sync signs with the Noid. Dead body on the board rock. We need to go to the police car. We need to inspect the traps. Okay. Okay. Alright, that'll do it for this episode. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy my content, please consider a like, a comment, and or a subscribe. Stay tuned for the next episode. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.